Hey guys, Coolio here. It's our first Lord Commander Melee. This is our top 4 table. I think pretty much everyone here was undefeated. They think almost all these people won at least 2 tables or 3. I got the 3-time Star Champion here. Cameron, King of the North.
Hi, it's me again.
Cameron's in the top left. I want to start off by saying there's a little bit of shakiness here. We had to get the camera all the way out into the center like that of the table. We had to lean it against the table. And then like halfway through this match, I noticed there's like a choir of fast tapping feet at the bottom of the table, shaking the whole
I know
camera.
who was doing that, but what a jerk.
I think all 4 of you were tapping, including people watching. There was a bunch of nervous
Hey man,
feet.
it's final table. You have some nerves, you know. Got to shake it off. But
So, did you win all your tables this day?
I won 2 out of 3. So,
And you got, was it second you got, or is it third?
I think I was third, but it was like a tie with another third place. So,
And it looks like
and
we
I
got
had plenty of power. So,
looks like we got 2 Stark players here. So there's you in the top left. There's Mark. I think Mark had won 2 tables, and then Drew had a draw at 1 table. I think they both had 12 power when time was called. We have Sean. Sean's a new player. He doesn't come to many casual nights, but he's been showing up to like every single tournament, and he's improved like a ton. And then we have Brad in the bottom left. Him and his family drew, I think it was like 4 hours to come to this tournament,
Right.
and they're like hardcore melee. All they play is mostly melee. So he's super serious melee player. So it's cool to see him
yep.
at the top table.
So I'm playing Stark, Lord of the Crossing. Mark is playing Greyjoy, Lord of the Crossing. Brad is playing Martell, Lord of the Crossing, and Sean looks like he is playing Stark, Banner of the Rose.
This is gonna be fun, guys.
So,
I can feel it.
Was Lord of the Crossing triggering a lot? Was that better than Fealty in melee?
well, that's I've got a Stark Fealty deck that some people are aware of, and I've been playing that for quite some time. And for melee, I was on the edge. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to make the switch to Crossing, but that extra power grab seemed like it was just too tasty to pass up. So I wanted to give it a shot and just see what happened. But
Looks like you got a 4 card set up.
yep, 8 gold,
Ooh, 2 priests. Was it Priests of the Drowned Men or
Drown God
Drowned God? Yeah, 2 out already.
for Mark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who do you think has the best setup here?
I don't know. I like Sean's because
Yeah, I
he's
think
got
I do too,
he's
yeah.
got Sansa, he's got the Reducer and a Rose Road, so that's looking pretty
And
sweet.
the Knight's turned on already.
Yep,
I don't know if I like Duke Darien, but I guess you might as well just to get more cards in your hand.
I suppose.
I'm excited to see you use that Wildling Scout. That's one of my favorite new cards from the new pack.
Yep, I thought that character might pack a punch in melee, especially like late game.
Now, what's your normal opening plot in melee?
Like maybe Calm over Westeros or Noble Cause, but some people do play Naval in melee, so you're still running that risk. But I think I play Noble Cause here for my first plot. Yep.
It looks like we have 2 Calms and 2 Nobles. That seems pretty normal.
So I have 4, I guess.
Yep.
So I've got
Now it looks like Mark won initiative with his Drowned Men. Or not Drowned Men.
just make sure I haven't forgotten.
Salty Navigator.
Salty Navigator.
Yep.
All right, so you choose which of our columns it goes on.
So now with 4 players, you always burn 1 melee title before you pick your titles. And it's secret in 2.0, which I actually like more than
Yep.
1.0.
It's interesting because there's obviously some titles that are, kind of safe bets, like Crown Regent and Master of Coin are popular picks, as well as Master of Laws. But sometimes when you're picking a melee title, you're also considering, well, what do I think they have? And maybe I want to try to be supported by one of my opponents. And so you'll try to pick a title that is more than likely supported by one of your opponents. That way you're not taking so much heat. So I like it a lot.
Looks like military was called for those 2 columns, which seems like it's going to be almost always picked early in the game in melee.
Yeah, just to get your board presence going. So
I missed who Mark picked his first player.
we'll find out.
Looks like Brad's first.
Yep. I'm okay with that. I get a number of options for titles.
Now is Master Coin almost always the go-to first if you're first player, first turn, first title?
Not necessarily, but it's never a bad one to choose. Just that extra economy if you have the cards in hand. You know, it's a good safe bet. I like keeping all of our house cards and titles kind of towards the center. That way everything's just kind of central and easy to see, like we're doing.
So it looks like Brad supports Mark, so he's not going to be attacking Mark, but it's nice. You can still do that intrigue claim on everyone. And it looks like you cannot attack the Master of Coin, which no one took that coin.
Right.
Talking about. It could have been the first one burned, I guess. Do you remember?
Yeah, it probably
Yeah.
was.
You think someone's going to take that. And then Crown Regent is a nice safe bet, too. How often does that +2 dominance really come into play? I would think in Melee, it just...
Yeah, I don't know. I want to think too often.
Someone has Iron Throne.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it looks like Master Ships cannot attack Brad.
No.
But if he has power on that, it's not too big of a deal because you could discard the power and stone.
Sean's marshalling.
Well, it's either or. Discard it faster or a power.
So it looks like Sean was first. We
Yeah.
just missed the title pick.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, Sean really kind of goes nuts here, if I remember correctly, with the character spam.
Send in the chuds.
Yeah. It is nice to kind of be the last player, and that's what Mark chose to do here.
Marjorie's nice. You can boost anyone on the table with her, correct?
Yep, I believe so.
It's a good.
Good negotiating piece there.
There you go. That's going to help in the long run.
Yep.
No one's playing Targ either, so you don't have to worry about him just instant dying. Walking around, I don't think I saw that much Targ at the tournament. There was like 2 people maybe playing
Yeah.
it. And we had 26 players.
Yeah, I saw it once. It's still annoying.
Well, that Chronic Gold can be a good negotiation
Yeah.
piece. So you got Rob out first turn. He seems like one of the top 3 melee cards, period.
Yeah.
And you got your cancel and your little bird.
Yep. Pretty good start.
I would go as far as to say very good. Let's see what Mark has. More chuds. Hopefully no one's playing first snow at this table.
Surprisingly, I did not see first snow at all, I believe, during this tournament.
Yeah, I think the only time I saw it played was by the 26th player who ended up dropping after the first round. So I didn't really see much first snow in this Melee tournament.
Yeah.
That would hit almost everything on the board right now. Wow, there's all 3 of them. So they get +1 strength each. So that means they're all +3, so they're 5. I believe that they're 2 strength each. That's pretty insane. It's pretty funny too seeing Greyjoy with just
Intrigue galore.
yeah. I think that character was huge for Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Especially since they can bump up the drowned men also.
Mm-hmm.
And he got Iron Throne out too, so. And Navy military seemed like the right call for him.
Yeah. I think Mark just explained how big they are.
Seems good.
How intimidating.
It's alright.
Although he doesn't really have any bomb characters out. Unlike Knight of Flowers and Rob Stark. There's no Balon, no Euron.
So if he does manage to somehow win a military challenge against you, he's going to get a claim raise just on you. But considering he only has 2 strength on military, well 3, I don't see that happening.
Right.
And he would just stand your board.
We'll see what happens.
No gold. For how much?
9 flowers with Mare and Heat.
Can't see Marin Heat.
Just double checking if that card's as ridiculous as
Yeah.
you remember.
Let's see. Huh. Yep. Still stupid. Here you go.
Looks like you're defending a military, I'm assuming.
Oh, sorry. Yep, sorry.
Still figuring it out.
No golds.
They do have a gold if no one else can see it.
Fan, plane. Actions. For now. Go power.
Power challenge.
It's early. No gold, right?
No gold.
Then for what?
There is no time limit in this game, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Post?
Yeah.
That's me.
Edge Knight has the power.
Yeah, I would say right now, Sean and I probably are looking the best right now, simply because we have some renowned characters, and he has Sansa. So honestly, I think he's looking the best, just because he can grab that power.
And the stanza power.
Yeah.
So, yep, let's do
Grabs
that.
up.
3 power.
It's like he defended with Sansa.
Alright. Go.
Which is nice. He's going to get that power back when she stands back up.
Yep.
We will entry with Dorn
For 4.
for 5.
It's like he's going intrigue with.
I think I said for Dorn.
Oh,
You were bringing
Dorn.
the entire
Oh,
Good old Dorn.
absolutely.
Just dropping it on my head.
I think one of the funny things is he mentions he's attacking you
Must
with
be my
Dorn.
southern accent, I'm
The
sorry.
entirety of Dorn.
Dorn. Yes. All of Dorn crushing me.
It's like he's trying to go for that rival power against you,
Yep.
and you don't want him to.
I said no.
Like claim hits everyone too, which can be annoying.
Well, I might.
Now Kalen must be pretty huge a lot of times in melee,
Yeah, go ahead.
make
No,
it
go
so you
ahead.
can't trigger anything.
Right.
It's like you're changing your mind here.
Just talking it out.
No golds. What is this? Alter?
Yeah.
There's a lot to keep track of in melee, and a lot of considerations you have to make with 4 players. But yeah, like you were saying, Callan can be very big in melee. using like a superior claim, you know, to
We'll just defend with counter.
grab that last couple power you need, and there's nothing your opponents can do about it with your own challenge.
Looks like he's gonna get that intrigue claim on everyone here. I don't think he can, I don't see any goals, so I don't think he can do his Lord of the Crossing this turn. Now, how hard is it? Easier or harder to pull off the Lord of the Crossing in melee?
You could have said something you could have said earlier.
Yeah, there's a crazy.
No, you could have
I don't
stopped.
know.
There's a
It
crazy
really depends. Sometimes you don't really care about losing challenges too often, but other times you do because you don't want your opponents to win. So it just really depends. But
Looks like Sansa, Great Kraken, and I missed Sean's card. And then we had someone kick the camera. Yeah, there was quite a large group of people around the table.
yes.
Can I grab my Bible?
Yeah, nothing's
And I'm done.
Well, I will repeat the favor.
Looks like he left himself wide open for you.
For one.
But do you leave yourself wide open for Mark? That's the hard thing.
Yep, that's why Mark has an advantage here. Looks like you're adjusting the camera.
Yeah, I'm trying.
A bunch.
I did?
No, right.
Oh.
What other decks in the tournament that day did you have trouble with that seemed to stand out for the rest?
Other post.
The most trouble I had was against Greyjoy and Targaryen. Greyjoy can just be very, very fast, and Targaryen, obviously, with their burn and stuff, can be pretty annoying. But
Was the Targaryen player playing the new Fire and Blood plot?
no, it's Blood of the Dragon, isn't it?
Blood of the Dragon,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, there's Hota. So, yeah.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You use it on brand. That's cool. I guess. Yeah. I saw it once.
That's it.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. You think you'd want to save it for a really bad military challenge that's going to hurt you or later in the game with power.
So I can't attack him.
Yep.
It's time for the army of priests.
Their time has come.
And that just seems like a really good wall of characters.
Okay, so I will then redirect it at you.
It's like a redirect.
It was an intrigue challenge,
Yep.
so I redirected it so I can go through the support.
Yeah.
Is that unopposed then?
She's in there.
I didn't get her.
Dorn's name.
I don't know how I feel about that event.
I'm still playing with it. Haven't really decided.
Now it's Viper's Eyes that got spoiled. That looks like a good event.
Yeah.
He is militarying you.
Right.
2 plus 2 from Northern Crossing plus 1 from the
So if you won this challenge, it would be 2 claim, correct?
Yes. Looks like he only can get up to 4 strength. One with his title and one with the boat.
No, it's 2. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
It is the last challenge.
He wouldn't play Kraken's Grasp. I'm pretty sure it says, oh, he's got the Marjorie helping him out.
No, he's helping Rob out.
Oh.
Because no, what it is his character is boosted by Lord of the Crossing, so it's
Oh, increase, yeah.
2, 4, 5 right now, and then possibly plus 1 more with the boat. So Rob got up to 8 there to stop all that shenanigans. Thanks to Marjorie, I politely asked Sean to help me out there.
Oh yeah.
considering that would put me down to 2 characters, and I was like, well, you guys need my help here too to stop Marks.
You never want a player to be blown out early in the
Yeah,
game.
and that'd be a pretty big blow to me, I would say.
Titles.
So, all in all, actually, in this game, there wasn't a whole lot of table talk, but that was one of the times where I felt like it was necessary to ask for a little support. And he did keep Marjorie standing, so I'm sure he considered that as a negotiating tool. So, up until that point.
So it's like Mark's in the lead right now with 5 power.
Yep.
I'm ready.
I'm also ready. All good?
Interesting. Looks like no one's gonna have any gold after the challenges phase,
Sure.
and that's not good for the Martel player who's got that.
Af-
Oh, that's not gonna affect that at all.
No.
No.
Because it's at the beginning of the challenges phase, right?
Yes.
For supporting the
Yes.
faith.
That could stop a lot of event shenanigans, but it still doesn't hit those zero-cost events that you play in Melee, like
No.
Superior Claim
But it does hit Winter's coming, and that really annoyed me pretty much all day long.
and all targeted kills.
I want to say
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you're playing targeted kill melee.
say entry.
It's a good plot.
Oh, sorry.
So it's entry? Okay.
It's a Greyjoy that doesn't go first.
Really shuffling those titles up.
Yeah.
Burn.
Feel the burn.
Looks like Sean's going first again. I think Mark won initiative there and shows
Yeah.
that.
It looks like he prefers to go last.
That was a pretty good intrigue hit, getting that great Kraken out of his hand too,
Mhm.
with the Master of Whispers, because that can really add up, especially if you're going last every turn.
Yeah, if things go his way this round, he could pretty easily seal the deal in the next round, depending on what he marshals and stuff. Flipping the 282 plot. Or Clash of Kings.
Now, would you consider Clash of Kings near auto include in Melee? At least one?
Borderline, yeah. Yeah.
Clash of Kings is the 4-9-1 plot where you get a reaction after winning a power challenge. Whether in attack or defense, you get to move a power from the opposing player's house to yours.
If
It's
you
like-
win, yeah.
If you win, yeah, that can be huge.
It's the biggest reason why it's so good is the 9 initiative. You know,
Mhm.
it's doesn't get much higher than that.
Ready?
All right, Master of Whispers, Crown Regent, Master of Coin, and
Hand of the King.
the King.
Yep.
So it looks like Sean can supports Mark. He cannot attack him.
All right, so we draw.
He rivals Cameron, who is Master of Coin. Crown Regent supports and rivals no one. Master of Coin supports Master of Ships, which is not on table. Master of Coin rivals Hand of the King, which is Mark, and Master of Whispers.
Which is Sean.
Yep. And Hand of the King.
Hand of the King supports Master of Laws and rivals Master of Coin and Master of Ships, which is, again, not on the table.
So having 2 rivals on the table, though, that's always nice, right? Because you have options for that
Yep.
extra rival
For
power.
that
you
rival
can get.
power. Rival power can be very important. Adds up quick, you know, between renown and power claim and maybe an unopposed, a rival bonus, you know, it gets real fast.
So looking at Mark's position, he think he'd be really happy ending up with that on the last pick, that title.
Yeah.
So you can do an additional power challenge.
Yeah, like I was saying, he could really rack it up this turn, depending on what he puts out and how the board looks. Although Sean has quite a wall going now. With
And
stealth on
stereo.
demand, yep.
Yeah. Serial seems very good in melee.
He's good, but he is pricey. You know, that's kind of what you're. It's probably all you're pretty much going to be doing that turn.
I wonder
is
if that's
playing
where
him.
that his plot choice came into there for that 6 gold.
Right.
Looks like he saved too. That he's gonna lose. Very good melee card. Almost always is a Tricon.
Yeah. Yeah. Those kind of cards just got better with for Snow Round too. All those army characters.
Yes.
I'm not touching the ground. I'm shaking the ground.
Yeah, this was our first real thing with First Snow, like where it could be the meta. Since
Right.
the pack came out 3 days before this,
Yep.
I'm done.
I was actually thinking it'd be rampant, but it wasn't. Well, there's a good negotiation tool.
Everyone's favorite puppy.
Now, the great thing about Stark, correct me if I'm wrong, in Melee is you can stand your whole board with that combo. If you get, maybe not Bran, maybe you want that cancel, but if you get a Knight, Tumblestone Knight, or
The
any
Steward,
chump,
yeah.
Steward, it's just devistating where you can stand your entire board, possibly get more renown, another unopposed challenge.
Yeah. The tricky thing is to know when to use it, and how to best exploit it. And, you know, are you going to use Grey Wind to kill one of your own guys, and or when should you use Grey Wind to kill your opponent's characters? You know, and I think that actually does come into at least consideration during this round. But yeah, it's like you were saying, definitely a potent combo, not to be reckoned with. All I'm missing is Eddard, really, and
Was he doing a lot today?
yeah,
He just seems...
yeah. It's funny too because when I play Eddard, you know, obviously everyone knows his reaction, and yet people forget it all the time, it seems, and he just gets this free power for little mistakes, you know. But it's melee, so there's a lot of things to keep track of, so it's understandable. But it's just funny how that works out.
I imagine he likes getting Little Bird as
Oh yeah,
well.
yeah. And I did play
Ooh, there's
Sansa.
Crow's Eye.
I did play Sansa this round too, so that's nice little pressure for power. So, not too bad.
Now, is there a subconscious intimidation factor here with Mark having a whole wall of priests in front of his board there?
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Maybe he's concerned about your camera space, but it's funny how they're all lined up like that.
I would just look at that and go, nah, I'm not going to do an intrigue challenge.
It is
against
intimidating because it's like, man, those guys are really big, and that's a lot of icons.
you." Yeah.
And then you got Euron in the back there, like, what up? Come at me. So it's
And it's a perfect board for his 2 power challenges, doing 2 power challenges.
he's got plenty of icons for
Yeah.
that.
Military doesn't seem like he needs it really.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. And he's going to most likely win dominance. I
What's
don't know,
nice too is he's got a King's Road save there, so
And now he can use your guys as King's Roads too.
oh yeah.
With the Crow's Eye.
The thing with this is the person gets a temporary.
So if there was to be a wildfire after this round, he would recover pretty nicely, I would expect, with that King's Road already in play.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the WWE.
Sean would probably take the biggest hit on that, I would think.
Yeah.
I think he's glad no one's playing First Snow at this table, because that would be pretty gross.
Yeah.
Mark, that actually hit everyone pretty good. I'd take everyone but Crow's Eye and Mark's board too.
It's like you count your opponent's discard pile, like how many cards.
You would actually, well, you and Brad would probably be the best off in that situation. Looks like there's a redirect again.
I think I would be, because Arya would go back to hand too, right? It would just be his Spearman and Dorn, looks like.
Arya?
No. Hota.
Oh, Hota.
Yeah. Arya Hota. Anyway, back to the game. A little Knights of Flower action going on.
He is now in first place with 5 power.
Alright, we'll Mysterio and give Sansa stealth.
She's going hard.
Go on intrigue.
She
And
goes
stealth. Catelyn. The first for me too.
You got 2 over there, Brad?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I think he's intriguing me. With Sans? Wait, no. Was Sans already knelt?
He knelt her.
He knelt her just now?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I'm trying to figure out if I want to kill her with Greywind.
What's nice about that too is if someone militaries you, or you cancel an event, you can stand everyone and get that Grey Wind.
yeah.
Again.
But then I'm hoping that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And with support of the faith, no one has gold for events, so maybe that's not going to happen. Well, I guess the long plan could get gold, but pie in the sky. Yeah, I remember. So Calm Over Westeros is reducing the entry claim here. And just seeing what my best option is.
Oh, I missed that too. Looks like you got your Sansa out that turn.
Yeah.
You can claim these guys if you want.
Well, does it reduce the claim on his
So because it's reducing his entry claim, he can't claim any cards from anyone, even despite having that title.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it doesn't work when you're whispering
He's getting that power though.
Yeah. I was basically weighing, trying to figure out how much of a threat he was at this point in the game and how big of a deal it was that I let that go unopposed. He's at 7 right now, so it's not too shabby. But I just really wanted to keep my options right now. So I left him standing.
It's gotta be hard being made first player too, every single round.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's interesting to think about how important the seating arrangement is too before you start. Like we had to roll for placement. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you should do that for your final table because it can really suck going right next to a great drive player like that.
Sure. So it looked like he did intrigue for 3 against Sean.
I thought you did intrigue against you already.
No. Brad is intriguing Sean for 3.
Oh, gotcha.
Because crossing is reducing Doran's strength. And Marjorie is 4. Looks like she defended.
Wonder if Brad forgot about that +1.
Military for 5.
And a mill.
Continue to hit the high end here.
He cares where the tumblestone knight goes flying.
He's got so many small guys to
Nope.
just die.
Right. Yep.
One claim, right?
Yep. And we'll do the pound. 4 or 6.
Brad going hard. Which,
Alright.
Seems like it's gonna give you two a lot of power.
yeah.
And
I mean, he got his crossing fired off, but I'm not sure if that was the right call.
Roseanne, you guys?
Yeah, since no one supports him, you both can attack. He uses redirect already.
I've got
What am I gonna do about that?
You don't like my giant wall of priests?
Intrigue.
I smell blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lose it anyways.
No one's winning dominance. No one's winning dominance.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I will.
Well,
Nobody else.
At least now he has a character he's able to use with that gold. He can use Edric in a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I almost
guys are
wanted
four?
to.
They're 5.
I almost wanted to
Those are gonna be plus
attain
one
my
from
own
each.
character earlier.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like you rivaled him. That's where he, I don't know if you missed that extra power.
He's Crown Regent. I rival
Oh, you rivaled.
Hand of the
Master
King and
Whispers.
Master Whispers, the other
Yes.
2 players.
Oh, that power is from the unopposed.
Yep.
power.
Yeah, it's the one thing about Neil, not your whole board. People get a ton of free power.
Can't use Hota this time. Unopposed.
Net
Like he's gonna defend here for 2.
Edric.
So,
That's the one.
geez, how much strength? Wait,
He's,
wait.
2.
Hold on.
So, he's a 2. Nope. Dorn's out. Yeah, he's a 2.
Yep.
He's a 2.
And Great Wind just eats him.
I don't know if there's anything more satisfying in this game than to have Greywind just eat a character like that. It's just too fun.
There. And so on, jump.
And then he gets a gold.
So power is unopposed.
You did both challenges there, right? You did both challenges to Brad? Okay.
Yep.
So you have Viola, is that right?
So, Sirio and the Knight.
Did you grab my power from here?
I took her from here. You just have those 2 standing characters?
We should probably just do that in general. Just
Yeah, let's not.
everything from
Again, though, it just seems scary coming up to Mark here. He's gonna
That's fine.
Mhm.
rack in some power and do 2 power challenges.
Yep. Although right now I'm on my 3rd challenge, and that renown on Rob looks really tasty, so might be too good to pass up.
Now, do you go after Sean here to get that rival power, or do you just go for the unopposed again?
So Rob is at 7 strength
Um,
if he's attacking,
we're not doing stealth.
And he's got stealth.
and now he has stealth.
Man, that Wildling Scout is so good. Too bad he's not a star character. Could you imagine that?
Stark.
Give someone stealth, sacrifice,
yeah,
stand
yeah.
your board.
Yeah, trigger
Oh,
Rob.
there'd be riots in the streets.
Right. There'd be weeping and gnashing of teeth, and
Big salty. So you're going for 5?
7.
7. Oh, because it's the 3rd challenge.
So it looks like you're going after Sean because you're using the stealth.
yeah. That rival power dough.
Do you have any money?
You already
I suppose that. I keep forgetting that. So it's unopposed. Any reactions or anything?
Now, I will say one thing I do miss about first edition Melee was the support system where if it was unopposed, you could help someone you support out. But
Yep.
I think this speeds up the game much more.
Over to me?
Yeah, I don't know. I could take it or leave it.
Locations in their discard.
So I jumped up in power really quick there. I'm at 9.
Yep.
No.
Hey.
I think Mark's going to be around there too after this, so it's going to be
Yeah.
one of you two. Now, the scary thing is, more than likely, he's going to be winning initiative with his +2, and I'm sure most of his plots are high initiative, being
Yeah.
Greyjoy.
Yep. Like I've been saying, this 3rd round can be explosive for him. He can probably seal the deal.
So it's like he's looking around here, looking where it's best to dine in right now. He just,
we're best to feast.
yeah,
Again, being the last
asking
player.
for cards in hand,
Yeah.
how much power everyone has.
Who looks the juiciest right
Yeah.
now?
Cameron intrigue for 4.
Again, I have a natural advantage here with Rob being in play. He doesn't want to mill me at least
Yeah.
to stand my board.
I think he'd only do 1 challenge against you, so he does rival you. What was you called intrigue on there?
On my calm, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Looks like he was doing an intrigue against you. possibly.
Power, you have Steward and Hedge Knight, is that right? So power challenge with Urim.
There's a power. From what I recall, I think Sean was the only one at the location in his discard pile.
No,
That was the main reason for that choice.
So claim, and then we'll do pillage. So claim here. So pillage. And then I'll just take the,
So looks like he's gonna have +3 initiative now.
and then we're down.
Yep.
Not looking good.
I'll do a power challenge against Cameron for 5, 6, 7, 8.
So looks like intrigue,
Power.
power. I wonder why he defended with
Third challenge.
the steward then on that last challenge.
And then we'll do military against Brad for 2.
Yeah, this is pretty gross.
Is it unopposed?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mark shoots to what, 11?
Yep.
The cards here, Mark.
In my hand?
And it looks like he's gonna win dominance as well.
So that's me. For challenges.
Yeah.
8 13.
So he can. There's a couple plots he could play here and just finish the game. Like I know there's the crack. There's Kraken. What was it? The
Rise of the Kraken.
Rise of the Kraken. There's the 4/9/1
Clash of Kings.
Clash of Kings, additional power.
Sneak attack.
There's a lot of options here just to end it.
Though there are a lot of characters on the board, so you know he has to be careful at the same time.
One hard interesting thing too is you're his biggest threat probably right now as far as power. So and you would be going before him if he chose anyone else. So it's be a hard choice.
I need a second.
Well, one way or the other, this might be the last round of the game.
Hmm. Now imagine if Valor was out now. That would be an
Yeah.
interesting play. I know people are really excited for that one.
Okay.
So it looks like Mark has an initiative by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wildfire was probably a good call by somebody,
So I'm at 11 initiative.
and Brad got Wildfire out. So it looks like Mark made Sean first player, which is an interesting choice. What do you think was going on there? I know you talked to him after this game.
I think he was concerned with, potentially Nymeria coming into play on the Martell side, or, Milk of the Poppy, or any kind of control effects. And I think he just wanted to play it safe, more or less, and he's been going last pretty much the whole game, right?
Yes.
And it's been working out for him, so I think in his mind, he just was going to continue with the game plan. So.
Sean, gonna have you go first again.
Alright,
The one bad thing, though, about going last is that you get the last pick of the titles.
Mm-hmm.
So. Had he gone first, he could have, if he had the option, could have chosen the redirect to just make sure that no one gets that to mess with his challenge, or
He can attack anyone he wants too with that.
Yep. And if that wasn't an option, he could do again the double power challenge thing. If
Oh,
that other
here's
card.
where the Tumblestone Knight tumbled down. He just died down to the tripod.
Yep. Blew everything up. Game over.
yeah.
And there's a nice crotch shot.
Yep. Not sure how I feel about Wardens of the North in a banner deck. because right now it's not doing jack.
Oh, yeah, it's only star characters.
Yeah.
Well, is it you can bring anyone in as long as it's a Stark, or is it Stark and Stark? Like, is it? I can't recall which one it is.
I know the first part is if you have a participating star character. I'm not sure if the second part is as well.
I'll
but
look it up real fast.
Google it.
Ice Bing. I get $10 every time I say that.
Yeah. So right now I'm not feeling too great. Mark is so close to winning. And he's got renown.
Yep, the plot is Stark and Stark, so you need a Stark character in the challenge to bring a Stark in.
Yeah. Seems like a plot for mono Stark decks. Actually, I had that in my plot deck, and came in handy one game, but after everything was said and done, I think I was thinking about swapping it out for something else. So, but I do like it a lot in Joust.
I feel a little silly about my plot choice at this point.
You can put that in a Tyrell deck. See what's happening there.
So it looks like Mark got the extra card draw. That means he cannot attack Brad, which
Which is a good thing.
yeah.
All right, now we draw.
Sean has Hand of the King. He cannot attack
Dubious looking friendly.
Mark, which is really good for Mark.
Right.
And he rivals Master Coin, which is you. And or not you, Brad, but he also rivals you, Master of Ship. Do you know what the other two were?
For what?
Titles. Master of Ships. So you can attack anyone you want right now.
Yeah.
You rival Mark, and that's it. Oh, and Hand of the King, which is Sean. And then Master of Coin, Brad. He cannot attack you, which is good for you. And
Yep.
he rivals Hand of the King
That means redirect.
and Master Whispers, which is not out.
I believe when I chose Master of Ships, that is one of the reasons why I picked it is because I assumed someone had picked Master of Coin.
Yeah.
So I wanted that kind of shield, to just not even give people the option to attack me, or at least someone. And yeah, Master of Whispers, I was like, I don't think anyone's really going to pick that right now in this round, so it's unlikely to see that. So I think that's why I chose this title this round.
Now, I do feel a little bad for Sean still, because I think he had amazing cards, and it's just going first every single turn can be a huge detriment to trying to get that power.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had Mare and Heat and Knight of Flowers, he has Stealth, Marjorie. Looks like he just had Sansa out with a dupe, and it looks like an attachment. I missed it. Could it be ice? I see a little bit of red. Yes, it's ice.
You mean Arya?
Arya, yes. And it looks like Ariane's just back out. Now here's a really good round where you'd want Hotel in your hand with Ariane to stop someone from just winning the game.
Yeah.
One more, two.
Shuttle Black Lane, no, that's good.
Yep.
One less renown on the board.
We all realize Mark is the biggest threat right now, and we're all going to do our best to stop him.
I'm good.
Although there's only so much he can do right now. Yeah, Sean's in a bad spot. He only has those characters, and if we all go nuts, then we're just wide open for Mark just to sweep in once again and close it out. So it's not looking super good.
Look at that confident Arya dupe, not even looking.
I may have looked. I'm not sure. I don't know. Another Wildling Scout.
Man, that just seems huge. Wildling Scouts seem almost like a must. It's just that entry, stealth could be huge.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have intrigue in Mono Stark.
That was my thinking. If had that card not come out, I probably would have not have played Lord of the Crossing, but it just gives me that rare icon that my deck lacked, and it has 2 strengths. So even if I do my first challenge, it's still a 1 strength character.
Oh, double Kingsguard for a Balon. Wow. It's ending this round one way or another.
Last round.
And he has Tricon. Now, I wonder if Mark just drew that or if he had it. I can't recall. Because you'd want to go first with that Balon. Just do 1 power challenge, and it seems like that'd be it. Now, I know Dampmere gets +2 as well, correct? He has the Drown God trait.
Yes. Although, consider this, had Mark gone first, marshaled Balon, Brad would have played Milk on Balon instead of Euron.
Ah, true. Did you see a lot of Milks that day, or is that always kind of a surprise card when it hit the table?
I did see it, and it was a surprise. An unpleasant one, because it got played on me during my 3rd game on Rob, and yeah, that was not good.
Now, do you run Confiscation in Melee?
I didn't this day, but maybe I will in the future. Unless more attachment control comes out.
Your deck is online, Card Game DB, right? Or not Card Game DB,
Thrones,
is it Thrones DB?
Thrones DB, yep.
Thrones DB.
It's called The Pack Survives, if anyone's curious.
Now, I saw You Got Cards came back, but that's probably a conversation for another day.
What's that?
You Got Cards came back.
Oh,
They're going
yeah.
2.0. It's a little late, but
Yeah,
I still have a soft spot for them.
Yes.
It's kind of the Facebook.
I don't know if we really need another website, guys. Like,
We need more podcasts, though.
yeah.
Like 2 or 3 more podcasts.
And I do support you.
Yes. Hand and whisper.
No, I think Sean, I don't know if we're there yet. Can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure Sean just passes the first
So we have.
here because he can't afford to kneel anyone,
Mhm.
even with
One
ice.
thing is just to make sure that Cameron can't win too, because he's not that far back.
Yep, and he can't attack Mark, so it's a shame.
Yeah.
6 and 5.
He really got screwed out in this game.
It's honestly sitting right next to Mark's left is what really hurt his deck. Because he was doing very good throughout the whole day.
Yeah, so I think Sean just passes here.
Now, if you're Brad, I wonder if you just do the same. Because if you're not in striking distance this turn, I think you'd want to just hold.
So we'll start
He's
with
doing
Milton.
mill. Against Sean.
For 5, is that right?
4 lords.
4. You have 2 gold.
Can't do mill against you.
Yep, he supports me, so he can't attack me. So with Sean not doing any challenges and Brad unable to attack me, it's, I mean, the only person I have to worry about is Mark. And I am at, what, 9, 7, 8, 9 power?
Yep.
So,
And that's a little bird on Rob, correct?
yeah.
Yep.
So if things go my way, and with that plot out, and if the pieces align, then maybe I can pull out a win before Mark does.
The reason I ask is I never miss a chance to brag up.
Well, let's get super risky. No, it's not.
I mean, oh, looks like he was militarying Mark. Doesn't get a renown on that challenge, which is good.
Yeah, it's totally not worth it to martyr that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would do if I was Brad right now. I think I might just pass.
Yeah, I mean he's sitting at 3 power. You know, there's really no good option
What
here.
are the priests worth?
They're forced
Can't attack me.
Dampairs.
There's Mark reminding him how powerful his priests are.
I kind of missed the one though.
Yeah,
I liked it when all three were together.
it seems better.
Yeah, this turn is actually looking decent for me because I have Arya's stealth. I have the Wildling Scout, which can give stealth. So, and I got Rob with Renown. You know, it's if Brad really goes nuts here, I could potentially win.
Let's intrigue for 4.
2 gold left.
Yep.
I think we're gonna call that unopposed. Do you have any actions?
Shadow Walk.
Sure. That's reactions. Any
Oh, I'm sorry.
actions
No,
before
no,
that?
no, no.
Okay, so into reactions.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
All right, so yeah.
Like he just won an intrigue unopposed.
I think if he kneels one more character, he basically gives me the game.
Your house card's not right.
Because worst case scenario, I could give
It was Ryan.
Greywind stealth and stealth whoever's left on his side, intimidate, and then every other challenge would be unopposed.
So one of the cards you think you'd want to see is a confiscation, possibly, but there's not much characters that hits. Maybe Arya to get rid of that stealth, but you have ways of giving. He'll stealth the scout.
Nothing?
Looks like he didn't get anything. Yeah, I think Mark was shaking his head at this point. He was kind of bummed out.
Reactions.
That is
Yeah, it's
This is the
the strategy that's been working so well for him this whole game, which is going last, may end up biting him in the ass this round.
Well, least we can do is tears him.
sure.
Okay, it's like he tears Dampmere. I guess you have to get rid of him before you get rid of anyone else. Especially if they have Iron
Next
thrown out.
action is hurt.
Well, that works. If he keeps them standing, that's true. And he goes in with everyone.
Power.
I think he just wants to take a power from Mark, but I don't think he realizes
I don't know.
How close you
how
are.
close I am, and
Because he knows Mark can't attack him.
yeah.
Mark supports him, so I think he's underestimating how much power Stark can get.
Any reactions or anything?
Yep.
And I think he gets a rival, or not rival, Lord of the Crossing power
Yeah.
too.
Which again, it's like cool, but he's not even close, so it doesn't matter.
Lords Crossing.
Right.
So right now, Sean and Brad are tied
Could I have?
in power. So he drew for insight.
That's it.
Intrigue.
Intrigue, or not stealth, but just intrigue with the scout.
It's unopposed.
Opposed?
So I think you're in striking distance here.
Yep. He's not my rival, so it would be nice to get a challenge through Sean just to get that rival power.
Okay. No way.
3 unopposed challenges though, and a power steal and a renown.
Yeah.
That's a lot of power.
And with Callan in the challenge, there's nothing anyone can do about it for the power challenge.
I think that's
Yep, and there it is.
Can you do it?
Why not? You know?
Yep. Now I know Mark was sitting on a hand's judgment
And I raise the claim.
to cancel this, but again, Catelyn says no,
Yeah.
so.
and you get a reaction to take an additional power.
Yep. It's a lot of power here.
Does he have 4 to take?
It's a hard thing about melee sometimes. Sometimes you can
3 plus the triggers.
lose because of other players' decisions.
Yeah.
Whereas Mark could have won.
And one renown for Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 15.
Jeez.
That was it.
That was a great game, though. So now you're the Lord Commander. You just won our first Lord Commander tournament.
Yeah.
Now that title gets rotated around. We'll probably have another melee in a couple months. So how many tournaments have you won so far? There's been
3 Sport Championships and this Lord Commander tournament.
And I know on our Facebook page, a bounty was put on your head by another player saying whoever beats you can become Lord Bolton or Lady Bolton.
Yeah, there's some nonsense going on. I don't know. I mean, it's all flattering. Like, I never expected to do this well at all, and you know, I try to be humble about it. So I'm just doing my best.
And we have 2 tournaments at the end of next month, like back-to-back weekends. We have our second Lord of Harrenhal tournament. Evan from FFG is the current Lord of Harrenhal.
Yes.
He can't make it to that tournament, so no matter what, we're having a new Lord of Harrenhal.
Yep.
We can say he fell down a flight of stairs or something, but he's out of it.
Yeah.
So
He got murdered.
do you think I mean, it's a long ways off, but you think you're going to keep going with the Stark train, especially with that box coming out?
Well, more than likely, yeah. I mean, it's working for me, and I know the deck. I know the faction quite well. I would like to say at this time. I'm excited about the deluxe box and see what it does to the deck, and
Oh, definitely.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So, looking forward to it.
And then the following weekend after that, we have our regionals, which should be interesting because I think that's going to pull a lot of Wisconsin, North Dakota, and then
Yep. I still expect to see like a lot of Lannister and Greyjoy. Of course, a healthy Stark presence. Finally, I've been the one kind of championing that faction, but with the deluxe box out, I think it's going to be irresistible to not play that faction from time to time. So, yeah, it's going to be a good mix of factions, I believe, at regionals. It'll be interesting.
well, thanks for coming on, Cameron. It seems like the odds are in your favor for you to be coming back on here at our next tournament commentary, but
We'll see. I might come back either way. We'll see
All
what
right.
happens.
thanks, Cameron.
Thanks.
Yep.
Where the North has its honor and the South its chivalry, the Iron Islands has its strength.
We call ourselves the Ironborn, and we are warriors feared throughout the Seven Kingdoms.
The Greyjoy sigil is the Kraken. What it grasped once, it will never surrender.
What is dead may never die, but rises again, harder and stronger. On the shores of the God's Eye, due north of the Isle of Faces, rises a monument to arrogance and cruelty. A nigh impregnable castle with enough land and enough income to make a man, at a stroke, one of the greatest lords in Westeros. Harrenhal.